Hey everyone, it's Antonia Marquis, and this is the Lylo movement.
Lylo, Lylo, love yourself, love others.
Welcome to the movement of love and peace and changing the world and honing in on our superpowers of self-love and being love and uplifting everything. You have entered it, you are in it now, and I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you for being in it in any way that you're in it. The Lylo movement is a movement that I started, and Lylo stands for Love Yourself, Love Others. I know that the way to finding more peace in this world is by starting with ourselves. Each of us starting with ourselves. And when we do that and we find all of the goodness within ourselves, we are then able to not only spread that love that we find and that wisdom and understanding to others and to the entire world, but we also are able to see it more. We're also able to have a perspective of being open to seeing, finding, believing that love exists, seeing it everywhere, having gratitude for our differences, having gratitude for life, having gratitude for the little things that aren't little. That's what you find when you embark on your self-love journey. You find gratitude and you find understanding, and that leads to grace, and that leads to open perspective so that you can see and be open to all of the beauty, all of the peace, all of the love in this world that is always there and always all around us. You can't see that if you're looking through the lens of cloudy judgment. You can't see that if you're looking through the lens of closed off. You can't see that if you're looking through the lens of comparison or superficial things. You see that when you start to unravel yourself. You see that when you start to appreciate yourself and your existence. You see that when you start to uplift yourself from within. You see that when you release comparison, you release expectation, and you just be. That is when you start to see all of the amazing things in this life. And you deserve to see it, and I want you to see it, and I see it, and I will continue to grow in seeing it. There is no end, there is no perfect, there is no, oh my gosh, Antonia is able to make videos like this. She must love herself to 100%. She's the perfect example. No, there is no end destination. You're constantly growing, you're constantly changing, and so is the world around us. So because there is constant change, and because there is always something to learn from the world, from life, from others, from ourselves, there's always more to embark on our self-love journey. It never ends. I am not coming to you in this video as a person that reached the end of self-love and I'm just like, let me tell you how to do it. No, I'm just here to let you know that you can do it and remind you that you're capable of doing it and that I'm no different than you. We are amazing, beautiful human beings that have this superpower, but we forget or we also go through life experiences that make it hard for us to remember. And I just want to remind you, and I just want to encourage you to start tapping into it and remembering it and take off all the layers of hurt and all the layers of life that has been heavy and hard on your heart and your mind and your spirit, and just start unraveling them, not forgetting them, but just remembering what is also there. All the hard things in life also help us to gain wisdom, to gain understanding and perspective as well. Just as much as the positive or the happy or the self-love can make a big change, so can the sad and the uncertain and the hurt. You know, we shouldn't have had to go through it because we did, and we all have gone through something that is impactful for us personally. It is a part of our story and it made us who we are. And you're able to take wisdom from that. So here I am reiterating the message that I repeat in my videos of taking the pressure off of yourself when it comes to self-love. You do not have any less worth, and you're not any less important of a person if you struggle with self-love, self-esteem, finding love within yourself, seeing the truth of the wondrous beauty that is you. You're not any less of a person if that's hard. And I just want to let you know that it's okay. There are so many reasons for it to be hard or non-existent. I am not here to judge you. I am not here to put you down for not having self-love or high self-esteem or confidence or not being on the journey. I am just simply here to let you know that you are capable. You are capable of being on the journey, and you are deserving of your own love. You are deserving of being on the journey and getting to know yourself, because who you are is so special. And if it's hard to see that right now, I understand. But just know that I have hope for you. I believe in you, and I know you can do it. I know you can do it, and you deserve to. I always talk about how we have to find love within ourselves so that we're able to give it to others. And by that I mean a deeper, more widened perspective of love, understanding, grace, patience, empathy, because then it comes from a feeling that you know and you're familiar with and that you've gifted yourself, and you understand how it feels and you find understanding within yourself. So that comes from being on the journey of loving yourself. But there's also so many people out there that struggle with loving themselves, but they give so much love to others. And that is a reality too. There are so many beautiful people that give outwardly but not inwardly, and they're so able to do so freely without question. So that is very real too. But the wisdom, the deeper wisdom, comes with giving that to yourself too, because within that process you find the balance. You see the importance of both. You see that what you see in others is within you. So if you're showing all of these other people that they are deserving, and you're seeing their worth and you're seeing their beauty, and you want to lift them up, you want to keep them safe, what you're able to see with your heart, your mind, is within you, is who you are. You're seeing it because it's in you. So though I know that this reality exists, and it's so beautiful to be so radically selfless in that way, I also know that that is overwhelming, and that is too much pressure, and it's not fair. You know, it's not fair for you to just give and pour out, and then you run out of air. We have innate wisdom within us. We are born with it. And the people that struggle with loving themselves but give love to others, that is how they're able to give love to others, because they're tapping into that innate part of us. It's in our core. It's at our core. It's who we are. So they're tapping into that. But to take it a step further, you got to go beyond tapping into it. You have to sit with it, understand it, grow it. We deserve that deeper dive. We deserve that unlocking, not just tapping in. We deserve that unfolding of wonder that is continuous and lifelong and beyond us, because of what we find and how it also leaves an impact because of our spirit and because of our kindness and because of our wisdom that we share. That's what we deserve to do. So while we already have it deep within us and we're able to give it to others, that's just the surface. We deserve so much more. And that is not to minimize the extraordinary acts of giving without feeling for ourselves, without giving to ourselves. That is beautiful. But you deserve to feel the love that you give, and you give it because you know it. You know it even if it's deep in there. You know it, you have it, you are it. You are love. You have a beautiful heart. You have a capable heart. You have a seeing and feeling and beating heart. So I am here to let you know and to remind you to give it to yourself, and that there is no blueprint. I said it before, I'll say it again. There is no blueprint. There's no map. There are pointers to learn from others when you hear their stories, and you can implement them into your journey and find what works for you. But your journey, your self-love journey, is yours and yours alone. And yes, it is impacted and inspired by people you see, people that you're around, the life that you're around, but it is yours. So that means no pressure, no expectations for perfection, no comparisons, no comparisons. You hear me? Don't compare yours to someone else's. Don't judge yourself for not being at the point that someone else is at. It is your journey, and you deserve to be proud for every step that you take on that journey. You deserve to give yourself grace if you feel as though you took a step back on your journey, when in reality that's just you being human and lifing. You deserve to just breathe and be and give yourself that effort. I promise it's worth it. I promise you're worth it. I promise there is no end destination. Please trust me when I say that. Please understand when I say that I mean it. And release yourself from that expectation of reaching something, and just take it a step at a time, a second at a time. Start however you see fit. If you speak outwardly down on yourself when you're around friends or others or even yourself, and you say, I'm trash, and you say, I'm so stupid. If you say things like this about yourself so casually, and you're thinking they're just words, understand that your mind is listening, your heart is listening and believing you. So start there. Start by stopping saying those things about yourself, or replacing what you say about yourself. Instead of saying, I'm so dumb for forgetting to do this, you can say, dang, I forgot to do this. It's okay, at least I'm remembering now. Instead of saying, I'm trash, because maybe you're comparing yourself to someone else that you're seeing, you can just say, I really love how this person expresses themselves. I find it so beautiful and it's inspiring to me. Or I love how different they are than I am. I love how they live their life. They inspire me to do something different in my life. They inspire me to try something new in my life. That is something that you can start with. Changing the narrative that you speak of yourself, and recognizing the weight of your words and your thoughts, and how those words and thoughts hold energy, they hold weight, they hold significance, they hold belief and perspective and affirmation. And if you keep repeating it, it's becoming a habit, and you're training like I said, you're training your mind and your heart to think this way about you. And unfortunately, sometimes if you're thinking that way about yourself and you're training your mind and heart to think that way about yourself, then you're also training your mind and heart to see life that way and to see others that way. And then your self-judgment can pour out. Whatever you cultivate within yourself radiates through your energy and your vibration. So even if you start your self-love journey because you care about others, whatever it takes to get you to start loving you, do that. So this movement is very important to me because I believe in us. I believe that we can all be in more peaceful existence, and I believe that we're all capable. I know that we're all capable and that it's within us. So this movement's important to me because even if only one person is impacted, that person is going to impact others, and those others are going to impact others. And that's how change happens. No act is too small. You're not just one person. You are a divine, powerful being, full of the power of love, capable of changing everything just by simply remembering, finding yourself, and loving yourself and understanding yourself. You are changing everything. You are. Sorry. Sorry, you can't change that narrative. This movement's so beautiful because I love and I try to get people that are diverse from all walks of life, from all diversities and all of their beauty. I celebrate it all, and I showcase the video that they send me where they're speaking their heart. They're speaking their love. They are taking the time in their life and their existence to speak love and be love and exude love in these moments. And they're speaking their truth at their part of their journey, and they're being themselves. And my hope is that you hear someone say something that they love about themselves, and then you recognize that in you. Someone says, I love the way that I check up on my friends to make sure they're safe. And you hear them say that, and you hear them celebrate that. And you see that now as something that's a big deal because you're seeing someone else express this as a beautiful thing about themselves. And you recognize, I do that. I do that too. That is pretty cool of me to do. That does make me feel good about who I am and my character and my heart. So when we're open and when we're on our own journeys and we're expressing these things about ourselves, or even just exuding the energy about ourselves, it has the power and potential to remind others what's within them, or to awaken the perspective of others so that instead of just taking for granted their immaculate actions, they think, oh my gosh, I do this thing too. If I'm able to hear someone else express how much they love it and recognize how cool that person is for sharing their heart, I do that too. So I deserve that recognition. I deserve to give myself that appreciation. And you could hear it from 100 people saying the same thing, but all it takes is one person saying it a specific way, using a specific wording, a specific angle that they're speaking on this subject about, a specific life experience, a specific diversity that they have. And all it takes is hearing that person specifically say it to have it click for you. So that's why I do this. So speaking of the beautifully diverse humans, I hope you enjoy the videos of everyone expressing one thing they love about themselves and one thing they love about others. And if you'd like to be in the next compilation, you can send me a video to my Instagram DMs. My Instagram is @AntoniaMarquis, and I will include you, and you will not only be making a change for yourself, but you'll be helping others. And again, that's your superpower. That's pretty amazing.
One thing that I love about myself is my ability to love and be inclusive to all people, not just people that look and think like me, but all people. And one thing that I love about one of my best friends, Naja, is her heart and how she gives selflessly with no expectations in return. She's just very kind.
Hi, my name is James McLeod, and what do I love about myself? I love my vitiligo. I love my two-tone beard. I love my mini heart. I love my smile. And I love my mother. She is my superhero. She has the ability to teach me unconditional love no matter what. And that I'm able to use what she taught me to show others their light and love.
One thing I love about myself is the way I talk. I know it's different. All of us talk different. Even if we sound similar to others, we have a different cadence, we have a different volume, there's so many differences. And it can come from genetics, it can come from life experience, it can come from the way we express ourselves outwardly. There's just so many reasons that we all talk the way we talk, where we're from. It's like pieces of everything. Our genetics, where we're from, who we're around, what we watch. We just like are a collection of our unique story. connection of all the things that impact us that we might not even realize, and some we do realize, but some we don't. So when we celebrate diversity, it's not just outward diversity, it's our inward diversity. We got to recognize how full of pieces of things we are. I've always talked differently, and partially that has to do with me being a listener. I kind of was born into being a listener. My parents are listeners, but also talkers. But I lean more on the listener side. I am happy to listen. And I speak when I want to speak, when I feel I have something to add, something that can help, something to add value, something that I can share, something that's true, something that's uplifting, something that's real. When I feel like I want to speak, like it's not just in vain. And that doesn't mean that every time I speak it has to be this profound, deep thing. That's not what I mean, and that's not what it is. Because I say silly stuff all the time too, but to me, the silly stuff is worth it, because you deserve to be silly in life and not take it serious in that way. And laughter is so important for your health and your vibration and your self-love and your release. And that's the way I release. So I say silly, funny things, and to me, that is adding value because of what that means for me and whoever I'm around. I only speak when I want to, when I feel like it. And I speak out of order, I stutter, I am dyslexic, I laugh in my speech a lot. I speak mindfully and with clarity, so that makes a lot of pauses occur. Because I like to consider what I'm saying. I understand the weight and the vibration and frequency that words hold. They're not just words, they're not just thoughts. They become an action when you are moving your mouth, doing the act of moving your mouth to say them or type them. However you're choosing to communicate holds weight, is what I'm trying to say. Whatever that means for everyone. So because of that, I like to consider things, and I believe we should all consider things. And it's okay if that causes awkwardness and pauses or forces people to be patient around you. People that are around you, if they appreciate you and your existence and your presence, they should appreciate your consideration and what comes with that. And my consideration comes with a pause. I word things in my own way, and that way can be obscure. I'm from Philadelphia, so I have that accent, I have that dialect, I say things the way that we said it there. But I also lived in LA and I lived in Texas. So like I have this unique accent and way that I communicate and way that I pronounce things and way that my face expresses when I speak. And the way that I speak with my hands, because when I speak with my hands, it helps me get the words out and helps it flow. It's something that I understand is something that can make situations awkward or can make others feel uncomfortable, but that's okay. I deserve to take up space, and I'm just being me. So if that's you as well, you deserve to take up space, even if it causes awkwardness. You're just being you. I'm just being me, and I appreciate the way I talk because I know that me talking is an act of thorough consideration and purpose and passion and wisdom and authenticity, most importantly. And all of that feels very freeing and feels like a release of pressure So I'm just like, yeah, I talk like this. I fumble over my words. I lose my train of thought. This is me. Knowing that it's not hurting anyone, it's just causing awkwardness. It's who I am. So I don't want to spend my existence disliking that or finding it to be an inconvenience for others because it makes them uncomfortable for a few seconds. I don't want to consider myself an inconvenience. I don't want to consider myself a burden. I don't want to consider myself unwanted in any way. I want to consider myself authentic and free to be me and deserving of it, just as everyone else in the room is. And knowing that I'm not hurting anyone by being myself is what makes me the most content. I'm just being me. I don't want to change that. There's no normal. We're all different. So we all communicate in a unique way. If I wasn't on a self-love journey, which luckily I've been on since I was very, very young, I could find so many reasons of all the things I listed to dislike how I speak. I could be like, why do I laugh so much while I'm speaking? Why do I take so long to get a thought out? Why do I stutter? It makes me feel unintelligent. Or why am I dyslexic? Why do I mix up things? Why do I say things in an unorthodox way? Why do I consider my words if I know they're not going to be received by the other person listening? Like, there's so many things that I could pick apart from the way I speak, but I love the way I speak. That is something I love about myself and I accept about myself, and I wouldn't want to change. And it's okay. It's okay if anyone wants to change the way they speak, because it may make someone's life difficult, personally or in their work life. There's so many reasons, and that's appreciated as well, because no matter what, that's authentic to you. If you're wanting to change something about yourself, that's because within you, that's what you feel is best for you, and I appreciate that. But if you don't want to take that route, it's okay too. It's just who I am. When you really think about all that, which the way you get to thinking about all that is being on your self-love journey and unraveling yourself and learning about yourself, then you appreciate yourself. Then you don't just look at yourself as just, this is it. This minimization of, yeah, I'm here. It's, I'm here and I'm this and I'm this and I'm this, and I've been through this and I've learned from this and I collect this and I hold this close to me and this is a part of me and this impacted me and this changed the way I see things and this changed the way I talk. This changed the way that I speak. This changed the way that my mannerisms are. Like, you start to think of why you are the way you are, and you start to realize who you are and see who you are and remember who you are, and then you see all of it, and then you're like, I'm beautiful. I am so full, and I'm so whole, and I am so rare. Because through our experiences, we also take things away from our experiences in our specific way that only comes from our perspective, based off the way that things affect us, or the way that things hurt us, or the way that things are meaningful to us, the way that things make us feel insecure. Like, we receive things through those lenses. And because of that, we all, even if we experience the same traumas, we all hold a piece. We all take from it, from these experiences, different things in different ways, in different capacities. So we're literally made up of the things we take and the things that we hold and the things that we innately are. And then all of it gets mixed together and becomes this beautiful masterpiece that you are. And long story short, that's what my communication is. It's unique and powerful and beautiful and me. And I love me for that. I love how I talk. One thing that I love about someone else, you know what? Because he's in the background, if you can see him right there, Paw, I'm gonna choose Paul Rudd. This is me and my fiance Tyler's cat, Paul Rudd. I know, amazing. I'm gonna stand here so you can kind of see him. He kind of blends in with the carpet because he's gray. He's a Russian blue. I love Paw. That's what we call him. And I love him because he's just him. And him just being him, and having him since 2020, since he was a kitten, and watching him grow, and watching him become more courageous and brave when he hears a noise or when he's around a stranger and he doesn't hide anymore. Watching him jump higher when he didn't believe he could before. It's such a beautiful thing to witness. He has brought us so much joy, so much laughter, and a deeper connection with each other because of our son. He is so quirky and so sweet and so comforting. When we are down, he knows and he comforts us and he makes us laugh. He has so much attitude and so much personality, and he does things in such a unique way. No, he's just so adorable and he knows it. He just curls up and just looks so sweet. He's gonna be 4. He's gonna be 4 this year. And what I love about him is that he's just himself. And himself is comprised of so many different things, just like us. We get tired, we're hungry, we're in a loving mood, we sometimes want to be alone, we need space, we want attention or to be cared for, we are silly, we are serious, we're scared, we are curious. Cats and animals are beings that remind us it's okay to be all those things. If this cat, this adorable baby, can be all of these things and be rebellious and make mistakes and have accidents, then so can we. How beautiful is that? That's why I love him. Because of the joy he brings, because of who he is, because of what he reminds us all, and because he cares, and the way he shows that care. Thank y'all so much for watching. I appreciate you. I'm so proud of you for even taking the step of watching this and listening. It's so beautiful that you want to gift yourself this priceless act of embarking on your self-love journey. It's so beautiful that you want to start. That alone is a big step. And I am very proud of you. And again, I believe in you. You're capable. You got this. You can do this. I'm rooting you on. And remember that there's no destination. It's a constant journey. So, no sweat. A lot of sweat. A lot of work. I'm being honest with you. I'm not telling you this is an easy journey. It is sweat and work. But when I say no sweat, I mean no pressure when it comes to finding a destination. You got this. I love you very much. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.